Hey guys, it is DeadlyCreator here, and it has been a while, YouTube, since we've sat down together, had a conversation. And that's because for the past month and a half now, I have been streaming on Twitch, and it has been an absolute blast. I've been having so much fun on Twitch. I just got my subscribe button as well, so, if you guys don't know that I stream, and if you guys want to see a very lively, entertaining Indian play a wide arsenal of games, you know where to go. Link in the description below for my Twitch channel. Hope to see you there. But I decided to turn the camera on and post to YouTube today because everyone on Twitter, everyone on my Twitch channel, and me personally has been wanting me to speak out about this whole OpTic roster dilemma, right? Kingdom Soldier has come back from retirement, quote unquote, to speak out about this and make this colossal video about OpTic if they potentially fall through with this roster. There's so many people who are speculating, are they going to break up? Are they going to stay together? Are they going to try and work through their problems? Is it the team breaking up, or is it OpTic's investor breaking them up? What's going on, right? So I'm here to just clear up my thoughts on this situation, because I used to do this before. I used to post videos breaking down potential roster changes, analyzing rosters, and this was during Go, so this was a while back. But you know what? It's 2018. It's time to go back to my old roots and talk to you guys about some good old-fashioned rosters. So, I've been an OpTic fan for a while, since Black Ops 2. You guys know that. And I have seen this roster, this OpTic Gaming Call of Duty roster, go through numerous changes. Starting with Nadeshot, Merc, Big T, and Scump, right? This was the OG OpTic squad. This was the cornerstone of OpTic that built OpTic's team to what it is today. Nadeshot, of course, propelling OpTic's brand, Scump propelling OpTic's brand with all their YouTube videos, their live streams. Big T and Merc used to live stream as well, and then Big T started posting vids. Everyone knew this roster as being the first ever superstar Call of Duty roster, right? Everyone who played Call of Duty knew OpTic Gaming because of these guys. And this was the roster that really helped grow CoD esports to, really insane heights back in Black Ops 2 and Ghost. And this roster was the one that everyone thought was never going to break up. Like, this was the golden roster. Even though they didn't win a lot, they were notorious for placing third, actually, in almost every single event. People just loved this roster because they loved the personalities on it. And they had the OG OpTic House in Chicago. Like, everyone loved that place, man. It was great. Everyone thought that roster wasn't going anywhere. But then I remember Merc leaving the team. I remember Big T retiring. I remember Scump going to Envy for 2 weeks and then coming back to OpTic. Nadeshot, of course, retiring, and now just look at him now. I mean, his career is taking off. And I've seen Parasite on OpTic. I've seen Saints on OpTic. I have seen the weirdest players you could ever think of on OpTic Gaming. And a lot of you who are watching this video right now know OpTic for only one team. And that is a team that is right before your very eyes. Crimsix, Karma, Scumpy, and Formal. That is the only team you have ever known from OpTic. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, right? This team has been together for, I think, more than 2 years now through most of Advanced Warfare, all of Black Ops 3, and all of Infinite Warfare. And across these 3 titles, they have been a consistent top 2 team. Probably the most consistent team we have ever seen in Call of Duty, right? Aside from Complexity, aside from that Complexity dynasty, this OpTic Gaming squad was top 2 in every single event, and that is not an exaggeration. That is not, I'm not trying to hyperbolize the situation, right? They were literally top 2 for every single event for those 3 games. And they constructed this super team, right? This team of the most talented players in the world because they wanted to get that elusive CoD championship that just, for some reason, OpTic could just never get. With any roster, they were always, letting the CoD Champs trophy go. They let it slip through their fingers numerous times, and finally, in Infinite Warfare, they got it. They got the rings, Karma became 3 rings, and everyone is happy, right? Everyone is saying, okay, this is it. There is no team that's going to top this. OpTic Gaming, they are going to stick together forever. They're going to win every single event. It's just, this is the dynasty team, right? But fast forward to World War II, they have had horrible placings. Now, some of you might argue that, oh, top 6, top 8, that's not that bad. But if you look at the talent on OpTic's team, that is pretty bad. And Crimsix especially, I know he has voiced his discomfort, is putting it lightly. He has voiced his frustrations and everything like that, just placing poorly. And for him, placing poorly is anything lower than first. Anything. So we have seen OpTic not only place out of the top 2, but place out of top 8 sometimes. They've placed top 16, top 8, and people are wondering what's going on, right? This team, the players on this team are known for boots on the ground gameplay because obviously Scump, Crimsix, Karma, and Formal, these guys came from boots on the ground games. Formal, of course, being the newest addition to CoD, but even he started in Ghosts, right? Like, he started on a boots on the ground game. So everyone was thinking, World War II, this is a piece of cake, right? This OpTic squad should be able to just gladiate their way through everything. But of course they haven't. And then not only is OpTic now facing this losing situation where they're losing every event, they also have this problem where now Hex has basically tie-ups now with investors that now control a majority of OpTic, right? So Hex doesn't really have much say anymore in what happens in OpTic. It's more of the behind-the-scenes businesses that control OpTic. And Crimsix is another player who on Reddit has voiced, again, his concerns about this, right? He has said that OpTic isn't what it used to be. He's saying that there are a lot of problems within the team because of the organization that's supporting it, and they're just not happy. Crimsix wasn't happy, and Formal, of course, you can just look at it in his face, man. In every event, you can just look at it in his face. He just isn't happy. There's something off. And Karma recently kind of popping off on Twitter a little bit saying, I want to say something, but I'm being held back. I'm being silenced by the higher-ups in the org, right? So he can't say anything. Scump as well. Scump has been pretty quiet on YouTube, on Twitter, which is very uncharacteristic of him. Everyone knows him to be that superstar player who's always posting on YouTube, on Twitter, Twitch, everything. But he's been silent. So what's going on based on all of this, right? Based on all this event, based on all of these events of OpTic consistently placing poorly in World War II, because of the backdoor issues with OpTic as an organization and investors taking control of OpTic more so than Hex or any other players. All of these things come together, and they're telling me that there is definitely an imminent roster change. What I think is going to happen is, I'm assuming that Crimsix and Scump are going to stick together for a team of 2 and probably go to 100 Thieves. I have a feeling Nadeshot is planning something, and Scump and Crim would be the first 2 people to go to 100 Thieves. Now, I know Nade and Crim have a bit of beef here and there, but I don't know. I think they're going to put that aside. I mean, they're grown men, man. Come on. Like, we're not going to hold on to beef forever, especially if it's to construct a really, really good team, right? A good Call of Duty team. I think Crimsix and Scump are going to stick together for a team of 2. I think Karma is going to go in his own direction. I think Formal is probably going to leave the team. But as it stands, I don't think any player is going to be left on OpTic. Scump is OpTic. I'm just going to put that out there. Scump is OpTic. When you think of OpTic, you think of Scump, right? Because he is one of the brand's biggest ambassadors. He is the brand's biggest ambassador right now. But I just don't see it happening, because even for him, I mean, he's being so uncharacteristically quiet. There's obviously something going on behind the scenes. I just don't think this team is going to stick together. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments, who do you think is going to join OpTic if this team breaks up? Where do you think these players are going to go? What do you guys think is going to happen with these roster changes? Let me know in the comment section below, because myself included, I'm just speculating, right? I have no back-end information. I wish I did, but I don't. And I just want to know what's happening as much as you guys. And all I can do is speculate, but I really do think this is the end of the era, guys. The end of the era of Karma, Scump, Formal, and Crim. I just don't see this team playing together anymore. It looks like they're not really having much fun. It doesn't look like they're practicing. Crim, of course, on Twitter just literally said they're not practicing because of team issues, right? And we don't know if he means if it's the team chemistry issue or if it's OpTic as a whole that's holding them back because of investor decisions. We don't know that. The investors behind the scenes in OpTic who decided to drop the OpTic Halo team, they're the ones who they definitely have the power to terminate this Call of Duty team if they want to, right? So it's up to these guys that us fans don't even know their names. We don't even know who they are, who's making these decisions. It's not Hex anymore, for sure. It's not Hex, it's not the players. So I'm just speculating as much as you guys again, but I definitely think a big storm is coming. If this OpTic roster breaks up, you can expect a ton of other teams to separate as well, because they're going to try and grab any OpTic player they can, right? Karma, 3 rings. Scump, arguably the best player in the world. Crim6, the winningest player. And Formal, one of the nastiest AR shots you'll ever see across any console shooter. These guys will be in such high demand that it doesn't matter where they go, or like if OpTic breaks up, they're gonna get a team somewhere, right? Especially with the amount of followers and the juice that they have, any org will profit off of them in terms of gameplay, as well as just growing their social media and things like that. So I just think this team is no more. I think it's the end of an era. I think we're gonna hear about roster changes very soon. I'm looking forward to OpTic's vision. I feel like that's gonna have some answers for us. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what you think is gonna happen to this OpTic roster. And that's about it, guys. That's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's been a little long, 6:01 p.m., 11 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please check out my Twitch channel. I love all of you. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Sub if you're new. Comment down below. Let me know what you think of these rosters. Big OpTic video coming soon. See you guys later. Peace out.